Let's go to a store and see what they have to offer. So this is a store. This is, I don't know anything. Don't listen to me, I don't know anything. So, this is, they're selling crew. So this is really nice. I quite like these guys. They have 70 health instead of 100, which is normal health. If you put them into, like, say I put him into engines right now, even though that second bar right there, even though the second bar right here isn't powered, if you walked in that room, that second bar would be powered because he powers one bar in a room because he provides extra power. This guy fixes things twice as fast, which I quite like. And combat's damage inflicted is half, so the Engies are quite nice. I quite like Engies, so I might think about buying him. He could be quite useful. Partly organic or entirely mechanical, but whatever. And this guy, double damage in combat, and a little bit faster, but the repair speed is halved. Now, I suppose people who want to beam onto someone's ship, because you can do that, you can beam onto other people's ship as well, they would send this Mantis and Jones, and they would beam them onto the ship, and they would wreak havoc. However, I quite don't like these guys, because I tend not to buy a beam thing. He could be quite useful if someone else beamed onto my ship, but I don't like them because their repair speed is halved, so they're not useful they're barely useful at all, unless there's someone who beamed onto your ship. I don't really like those guys, the Mantis. I guess some other people would disagree with me. I think we should buy him. Let's go. There is now an Angry on our crew. We should put him somewhere. Let's put him in... We'll put him in weapons, and then we can put him here just to guard. Unless he has... No, he doesn't have any skills, so that's good. So you see his skill, 0 out of 55. He hasn't learned any skill. So this is Lysandra. This is our pilot. She has 1 out of 15, which means she has learned some piloting skill. He has 5 out of 65, which means he has some weapons skill. And he has 1 out of 15, which means he also has some engine skill. So these three are pretty skilled. He's new. Sometimes you can buy people with skills. Like, further up in the game, if you buy someone and they have a skill, that's really nice, because then you can have a backup, or if their skill's higher than your crew, you can put them there and your crew somewhere else. I don't know. That's never happened to me before, but I have bought someone with a skill after I had lost someone with that same skill, and I got so happy only to die 2 jumps later because of a giant ship that just kicked me really hard. Memories. So, let's go. We have 1, 2, 3 jumps, which will waste 3 fuel. Oh yeah, jumps waste fuel. Or they spend fuel. So if you were to jump, like, in all of these, you wouldn't have any fuel, and then you have to wait for someone to come give you fuel, or for someone to attack you, and then you destroy them and take their fuel. Trade fuel 10 missiles minus 4. Yeah, sure. Yeah. The problem with this is you get missiles when you destroy people, like, all the time. So missiles aren't that big of a deal. If you run out of missiles, the burst laser will do you just fine. But fuel, you will always think, oh, I won't run out of fuel, and then you will always run out of fuel, and it's really annoying if you run out of fuel. I really don't like running out of fuel. Running out of fuel sucks, and so I try to keep as much fuel as possible. They sell a limited amount of fuel and missiles at stores, by the way, so you can't just, like, infinitely buy fuel until you have, like, 9,000 fuel because you have so much scrap and you have nothing to do with it. They only sell, like, 5 or 6 fuel and 5 or 6 missiles at a certain store, so, yeah. Scrap 10, Weapon Hole Smasher. A small merchant ship messages you. Underground Federation comm channels are talking about your secret mission. Let us install a weapon to help. Okay. So, they gave us some scrap, that's cool. Hole Laser. What this does is it fires 2 lasers, 1 damage each, in a system with full room. So if I were to fire this, like, say I was fighting my ship, a ship just like mine, and I fired this laser into this, it would do 2 damage to the hull, assuming they don't have shields. But if I fired this in this room, since this room has no system, it would do 4 damage, because it does 2 times damage to systemless rooms. I don't usually buy hull lasers, but if I sometimes am given a hull laser. So what happens now is we go into ship, we would go into ship, buy another one of these, so now to unpower something, you right click, and then you can left click on this, and so now you have the whole laser powered instead of your burst laser. If you had another one of these, you could power the burst laser and the whole laser, but you would have to unpower your med bay. I'll unpower that because no one's injured right now, so we don't need that, and we can put it into our engines, because if we put it into our engines, then we can dodge attacks, which is quite useful and nice, and you feel really good inside. So Uncharted Nebula is just a bunch of those nebulas, right? It's all pink and fluffy, and your scanners go down, or rebel-controlled sector. This is filled with enemies and fights, and almost every time you jump, you'll get into a fight. But the stores in there have really good stuff, and you get a lot of scrap. You get a lot of scrap from destroying things. Uncharted Nebulas can just destroy you in a matter of seconds. I'm going to go into the rebel-controlled sector, because then there's a bunch of civilian sectors, which are really easy and nice and fun and woohoo. So let's go to the rebel-controlled sector. Jumping to a new sector doesn't waste fuel, because I don't think so. Once the Federation forces were scattered, the rebel came down hard on the locals here. Between the tax collectors and military bases, the rebel presence in the sector is high. Yeah, so a lot of these jumps are going to become fights. So let's just go. We've only done like 2 fights, I think, so far, because FTL isn't all about fights. Yeah, see, rebel fighter. Incoming message. Hello, Captain, says the rebel in an officer's garb. How very generous of you to turn yourself in. Prepare to be boarded. Come quietly and remain convenient. Oh, shoot. That's not good. That is not good. That could be no less good. What we're going to do is we're going to make him go out. We're going to put my rock in here, Jones, and we're going to put Walker in here as well, because combat damage is halved, so you don't take as much damage. We're also going to power down this and put this on, because people will get injured, and when they become injured, we have to heal them up. So hit spacebar to unpause. That heal can go out, and these two will come in. That's good. We're going to aim the Artemis at their shield, and then the whole laser right here. This will do 4 damage if their shields are out, which I'm hoping they will, because Artemis, right? Okay, so the Artemis powering up. They shot 1. They only have 1 weapon, so that's good. They're not going to be too hard. They do. Oh shoot. So that means someone's about to die. Walker has 19 health, so we're gonna click on him and then right click. We're gonna right click in medbay, and we're gonna wait a little while because Jones is still doing pretty good. Now Jones is doing pretty bad, health 25, so let's get him in here. And what they're gonna begin to do is they're going to begin to destroy this. So they're gonna destroy it, and they're gonna take off power bars. They have a drone, which means they can shoot down my missiles. So I can't use the Artemis. Right now, all of my weapons are down, because if I were to use the Artemis, just like watch, if I were to use the Artemis and target shields, if I were to use the Artemis to target shields, here's what would happen. It would get shot down by this drone. This drone shoots it down. Drones are really annoying, and I hate them, so we can't use this. What's gonna happen is we're going to wait for drones to heal up. Shoot. They just destroyed our weapons. Our weapons are now critical. We cannot use our weapons. They're coming for oxygen, which we cannot let that happen. So we're going to select Jones. We're going to send him here, and Walker, we're going to send him there. They're going to cut them off, and they're going to kill them in the face, or not. Walker here and Jones here. We just want them to kill them in the face, because they deserve to die. They're really mean. They're not very nice people. Yeah, they're not nice people. We cannot currently get damaged by their ship because they only have 1 blaster and we have 1 shield. So the blaster takes time to charge up, and then the blaster fires, and it takes down our shield, but then the blaster needs to charge up again, and our shields will come back online. So the worst problem we have right now is these guys. I'm gonna wait for Walker to kill one guy. No, I can't. That won't happen. So I'm going to make Jones get in there, and Walker get in there. Hopefully they don't die. They can't destroy these doors because we upgraded them. If we hadn't upgraded the doors, they would just walk right through. So we're gonna wait for. Oh shoot! Kill them in the face. Kill it in the face. We're gonna send them in here because they're missing one guy. We just want them to die, because if they die, then everything's better and good. Artyom, who named you? That's weird. So he's gonna start healing up because he got injured. They are no threat. We just want. So Jones is getting injured now. So let's get him out of there. Walker can kill him in the face. We can get Artyom back in here. And this is combat. Combat sucks. I really hate combat. I don't like combat. I wish they hadn't added combat. No, I take that back because combat's quite nice. It's a good addition, I guess. So Jones is in there. We want Walker in there. And we want Artyom in there. And they're going to heal up. But as of right now, we still can't use our weapons because our weapons are down. So what's going to happen is this is where repair speed comes in. This is a 4-square thing, so that means 4 people can be in here. 8 people if the 4 of them are enemies. So we're going to send Jones in there, and Artyom in there, and Walker in there. And they're going to repair weapons. So this is why I chose the end. He repairs twice as fast, which means there's 3 people, so it repairs like 4 times as fast or something like that, if my math is correct. This is now fully upgraded. This is now fully fixed. So we can power up our burst laser and fire at their shields. Fire their shields. We gotta wait for this to charge up, of course. So, like I said, we can't use the Artemis because of this drone right here. Their shields are not critical. They cannot use their shields. So we're gonna target their weapons now, so that because if we destroy a system, that also does damage to the hull. So look, see, the hull went down now. The hull's at 2. When the hull hits 0, obviously they explode. But please don't kill us. We will give you everything they have. Sometimes this is a good offer, and sometimes this isn't. So 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 15 scrap. Sometimes if you destroy them, you get more of something and less of something else. I don't want to accept them because they're rebel scum, and no one likes rebels, and they smell. So we're going to go for drones, because that drone is really annoying. I really don't like that drone. Their shields are about to be back up, so I'm going to change my mind. We're going to aim for their shields, because now that their shields are orange, their shields are almost up. We don't want their shields to be up, because their shields are really annoying. Now destroy their drone. Okay, there we go. We have 1 missile, 1 drone part, and 21 scrap. We lost 1 missile, and we don't have any fuel, so the scrap was a good deal, though. I quite like the scrap. The amount of scrap here is going to give us 33. We can use that to now upgrade something, hopefully. What can we get? Can't get that, because that's 35. We can get another power bar, but I don't see anything we can use this with. So, that's about it. We are almost done with this sector. We'll finish this sector. We're finished this sector, so let's go to another one. Oh, sorry. A Federation encrypted signal is being broadcast from a nearby planet. Send an away party to investigate. Could be a trap. Let's move on. Away party... Jones, maybe. I really don't hope they die. Oh, okay. A rebel channel. I know we'd catch some Federation fish with this signal. Prepare to be boarded, scum. That's not good. What just happened? They're gonna board us. Wait. No, they're not gonna board us because they don't have a teleportation thingy. I hope I'm right. No, I'm wrong. Really? Seriously? That's not nice. So now we're gonna have this guy go away, and Jones and Walker get back in here. We're going to destroy their faces in the face. They also have a firing drone, so we still cannot use the Artemis.